What is up, everyone? Today is Tuesday, which means that it's time for another live Q&A all about dropshipping on eBay and Facebook Marketplace. As always, I'm your host, Paul J Lipsky. So this is my YouTube channel. I'll talk a lot about e-commerce, dropshipping on different marketplaces like eBay, Facebook Marketplace, other ways to make money online like cryptocurrency, and sometimes we do some other fun stuff as well. So I make the videos, and then I know a lot of you guys have a lot of questions. I know a lot of you are students in my courses, and you might have some questions as well. So I use this kind of time to sit down any questions that you guys have. I do my very best to answer as many of them as I can. So if you are here in the live chat or here watching live, jump into the live chat and ask any questions that you have, and I'll do my best to answer those questions for you all. All right, first up, we have our moderator extraordinaire here saying, hey, remember to smash that thumbs up button and subscribe if you haven't already. We are closing in on 90,000 subscribers, so thank you guys so much. And after that, 100,000 is right around the corner. So really looking forward to that milestone, whenever it may come. Okay, let's see the first question here. Ecom Biz says, hey, Paul, from your experience selling on Facebook Marketplace, if you delete listings that don't get any sales or have low to no views after 30 days, will you get more views or sales on other already sold items? Okay, I think I know what you're asking. So, oh my gosh. Might help if I put the mic in front of my face. So sorry about that, everyone. What is up? Welcome to the channel. Again, we're doing these Tuesday lives to answer any questions that you guys have. Next week, though, there's not going to be any live because I'm going to be traveling. Let me read this question again because the mic was not in front of my face. All right. The question was basically, the question is, okay, so if you have items listed that aren't selling well, they're not getting views, they're not really doing well, I always suggest that you delete those items from your store. Whether that's on eBay or Facebook Marketplace, those are primarily the two places I talk about here on this channel. There's a few reasons you want to do that. You want to delete those items, and usually I'll delete them if they haven't sold within 30 days or 60 days. I go for like 60 days if they haven't sold within 2 months. And the reason you might want to delete those, a few reasons. First of all, some websites like on eBay, it actually costs you money to keep those items up there. So it's not really worth it for you to have them. It's better just to kind of delete those items out. The second reason is because, pardon me, trying to catch my breath. Second reason is because you're likely using software to help you reprice and restock those items. So you might have listed an item from like Walmart, and then you want to make sure that if the price or stock level changes on Walmart, that those changes can happen on eBay or Facebook Marketplace for you. So the software, you plug that item into the software and it will constantly check Walmart. The more items you have listed, the more items you have in the software, the more expensive the software is going to be. So it helps to delete the items that you aren't even selling anyway. And the third reason is really your sell-through rate. Now, this is more of a theory than an actual fact because all these marketplaces like eBay, Facebook Marketplace, even Amazon, they don't really tell you exactly how their algorithm works. In other words, why your item might show up in front of a potential customer and another item might not. There are many factors that go into that, such as obviously like the title and what the item actually is, the description, your photos, but they also look at things like your account health and how your account overall is doing. But like I said, they don't actually tell us this. This is all things that we just kind of surmise. So sell-through rate is one of the things that we believe they might look at. So if eBay sees that you have 1 million items listed, but no one's buying any of them, they're going to stop recommending your items. But if you have 100 items listed and 90% of them are selling, eBay is going to start pushing more of your items because they see that you're doing something right. So you keep that sell-through rate high by deleting items that aren't selling. Again, that's theory. Some people believe that. Either way, it's still good to delete those items from your store. Now, if you delete those items for your store, will you get more views or sales on other items? Potentially, because of that sell-through rate thing I talked about. but maybe not. I mean, it's all theory, right? So yeah. Okay. So there's a follow-up question. Does sell-through rate like eBay an important metric for Facebook Marketplace, which helps Facebook decide to send more traffic to my store? Yeah, so with Facebook, we really don't know. eBay, most people suspect that sell-through rate is important, so it is important to delete those items. With Facebook Marketplace, we haven't really seen evidence one way or the other on that. But again, it can't hurt to delete those items. Hey, what's up? How to convince US-based clients for Facebook Marketplace dropshipping? I'm not sure what you mean by that. What do you, can you be more specific? Like, what do you mean by US-based clients? I'm not sure. I'm not really following you there. All right. Chewy says, how do I handle my Facebook shop when I'm not getting any views low views and low sales? I list every day and post on the page, even pay for ads. So Facebook shops, for those of you who don't know, when you sell on Facebook Marketplace, you're able to list the items directly onto Facebook Marketplace. But there's another way of doing it, which is where you actually create a Facebook shop, add those items to your shop, and then the shop will actually push the items to Facebook Marketplace. So there's an extra step in there, but it is a good step. It's something you do want to actually take the time to do, because when you use shops, we just see an increase in sales. There's more automation. It's easy to work with virtual assistants using shops. So it's definitely worth it, even though it takes extra time and extra steps to do that. Chewy's saying that he's, sorry, hold on. Just keep yawning today. I really apologize. He's not getting any views or sales. So there's a few things that you're saying here that I have found doesn't make a difference at all when it comes to shops. So specifically posting on your page, that sort of thing I found doesn't make a difference. What I found, all that really matters is that you have the shop set up, that everything's been approved, like your integration with the marketplace, and that you're listing good items that you do great product research for. That is all that matters. The ads is something that I haven't even really messed around with paying for ads, because it's not necessary, because so many people are buying off of Facebook Marketplace organically. So I would make sure that you are, I'm not sure by your question if you do have the marketplace integration set up, which is where all the items in your shop get pushed to Facebook Marketplace. If you don't have that, then it's not even worth it to dropship onto Facebook shops. You're not going to get people to visit your shop's page and actually purchase from you. You want that integration with Marketplace. So get that down. And if you do have that down, then you really got to nail down product research. And I would spend more time doing that than spending money on ads or spending time posting on your page. Is it possible for a 14-year-old to do Facebook Marketplace dropshipping? Technically, no, you're not allowed. You have to be 18. When you start making sales on Facebook Marketplace, they will eventually ask you for your social security number, and they'll check all of that and see you're not the right age. So the answer is no. I mean, you could have a family member, like an adult, sign up and then run the store for them, basically, but it'll still be their account, everything in their name. Hey, thanks. Yeah, I was away all weekend in Arizona at a van show and looking at at an adventure van show, looking at all these adventure vans, these off-road vehicles. Probably why I'm still so tired, just kind of wiped me out because I was gone all weekend. But it was a ton of fun. Sheben says, I have a question. I need to create an eBay account in the United States with my name, but the problem is I already have an account that was suspended. So if you have an eBay account that's already been suspended, most of the time it's just a temporary thing that you can get back. You have to appeal it and you can get your account back. But if you don't, and it's a permanent ban, then technically you're not allowed to create a new eBay account, even under another name and stuff. So if that happens to you, you have to create something called a stealth account. Think of it this way. When you sign up for an eBay account, they have all this information about you, your name, your phone number, your email, your address, your IP address, your cookies, like all these things, they have this data on you. But if you want to create a new account after this one's been suspended, you have to create a new account with all new information, new name, new email, new phone number, new social security number, forgot to mention that, new address, new IP address, and new cookies, like all of that stuff. So there has to be this void between them, right? They have to be completely isolated from each other and completely different. If you're not able to do that, you are not able to create a new account. Now, this used to be easier in the past because they wouldn't ask for things like social security number, but now it's become much more difficult to run stealth accounts. The only really way to do it is to basically have someone else set up an account for themselves and run it for them. But there are still difficult things with that. Sanjana wants to know when I last updated my eBay course. So currently it is May 24th, 2022. I did 2 updates to the course this year. I don't go through and just update everything in the course. I've done that before periodically, but usually I don't do that. Usually what happens is, okay, eBay updated something. I'll go in and update those lessons in the course so that they are now up to date. But it usually doesn't require me to update more than 1 or 2 lessons. So this year, eBay made a couple updates. I updated those lessons. That was about 2 months ago. About a month before that, I updated all the lessons on the automation software that I use to help me automate my eBay dropshipping store, because we made some changes to the way we run and use the software. And then about a year ago, I added information into the course about wholesale dropshipping because that was something new that we were doing as well. So as you see, I'm constantly updating it as these changes come out, as I learn new techniques, as I change techniques and tactics. But the latest course update was just a couple of months ago. And you could just search for Chad and Paul on YouTube for the Van Life channel. Thanks for the plug there. Appreciate it, man. Okay. Abdil says, hey, Paul, in the last 6 months, my sales have gone down 80%. I specialize in one category of items, and now I think I'd switch to a general store. What do you recommend? Thank you for your answer. Hey, if you're drop shipping on a marketplace like eBay, Facebook Marketplace, or actually if you're selling at all on eBay or Facebook Marketplace or Amazon, those are all marketplaces. You should never have a specialized store. You should never have a niche, because it doesn't make sense. Now, if you had a website, your own website, like a Shopify store, and you wanted to sell only water bottles, then you could call it like waterbottlesolution.com, right? And you could sell just water bottles. That works for websites. Being specialized like that works really well for websites. It doesn't make sense for a marketplace, because when someone searches on eBay for water bottles, they're going to see your water bottles, all the different water bottles you have listed, and everyone else's as well. They click on your listing, and they're just, if it's the water bottle they want, they will then purchase it. If it's not, they won't purchase it. It doesn't matter what else you sell. They're not going to click on your store and see, oh man, this guy Abdil, he sells both water bottles and he sells tables and patio furniture. I don't want to buy from him. I want someone who only specializes in water bottles. That's not what people do on eBay or Amazon or Facebook Marketplace. They use it as a search engine and just look at the results and don't look at who's selling it. So it is really worth it to have a large variety of items. List up items that are selling, that other people are selling, that are popular. List up and sell those items no matter what category they're in, so you can really have broad exposure to the market, so that something like this doesn't happen, where you're only specializing in one category and then it drops 80% for whatever reason, competition or lack of interest anymore, or for whatever reason. And that's not going to hit you as hard when something like that happens. So really, always have a variety of items in your dropshipping stores. The only time I could think of an exception to that is, let's say you find a really good wholesale supplier that specializes in a certain category of items. Let's say they're marine parts, right? Items that have anything to do with boats or boating. If you find a supplier like that, then all they're selling are these marine items. So you're not really going to have too much diversity. I mean, obviously you will have diversity because you're going to find other suppliers, but if for whatever reason, those items are selling really well, then yes, sell those items, but also be on the lookout for other items outside of that niche or that kind of category in case for whatever reason, marine items stop selling, like when winter comes and people stop showing an interest in them. And just in general, I kind of want to clarify this a little bit. If you start selling an item, so let's say, one of your suppliers does sell marine items and you list up a few, you don't know much about them, and all of a sudden they start selling really well, 100% go and sell more, okay? Don't be afraid to kind of go heavy on one category if it starts doing really well, but don't abandon everything else. Don't abandon other categories. You constantly want to be testing new items, new categories, new types of items. That way, again, if winter comes and all of a sudden no one's interested in those marine items and that was 100% of your store, you're in trouble. But if you've been adding items as time goes on, you'll be able to replace that with other items. But definitely play off of what's already successful in your store and already working well. Alan says, hey, I'm from Mexico. I want to do Facebook Marketplace dropshipping. Can I do it even though I am from Mexico? Are you from Mexico, living in the United States, or are you in Mexico? Because when you sell on Facebook Marketplace, you're able to dropship the easiest way to do is if you have the shipping option. In other words, you can list an item and on the item, there's a big blue button that says buy now. If you have that, you have the shipping option. That means that anyone who buys that item can buy it directly on Facebook. The money goes to Facebook and then they send it to your bank account. That is the ideal way to do it. There are other ways to dropship, but the shipping option is the best way to do it. If you have the shipping option, you're gold, and it's most commonly happening to people. If you live in the United States, you're likely to have it. If you have an established Facebook account, new accounts tend not to get the shipping option. If you live outside the United States, the shipping option is slowly rolling out for people, but every country is different. I don't know specifically when different countries are going to get the shipping option, but I do know it's available in the United States. If you live outside the United States, like in Mexico, and you don't have that shipping option, you can still dropship. It's just going to be a little bit more difficult because you have to send them to your external website or get paid another way. So I think I answered that one as well. I'm not sure what you mean by this. What's 3PL? I'm not sure what that is. Tamika, yes, I do have a Facebook Marketplace dropshipping course. It's going to be opening up soon for enrollment. So what I would do is get on the wait list. So down below, because I'm only going to tell you guys about it through email. So get on the wait list. That's down below in the description. There should be a link to a Facebook Marketplace dropshipping ebook that I put together that has like 197 items that you can dropship on Facebook Marketplace. So go down there and look at, download that ebook, click on the link for it, enter in your email. That will get you the ebook and you'll get on the wait list for the course. And then keep an eye on your email inbox for the invite for the course once it's available. But the first step is to go in the description, get that free ebook. What is the easiest way to set up a Facebook shop? Honestly, there's no, what I would even call easy way, because a Facebook shop is a lot more difficult to set up than Facebook Marketplace. It's even harder to set up, I would say, than eBay. But it's not too difficult if you know all the steps. There's just unfortunately many steps involved in the process of getting a Facebook shop set up and approved, and to actually get one approved, because that's kind of the hard part. So this is something I outline in my course. Anyone who joins my Facebook Marketplace dropshipping course, you get my shops mini course included for free. That will teach you exactly what to do to get a shop set up, to get it approved, to get the marketplace integration approved, all that stuff, and kind of the timeline for that as well. And that's something I only teach my students because, they're paying for that information. It is really, really a huge advantage to them if they're able to set up a shop. So I think it's only fair that the students who pay for it are the ones who get access to that information. And again, you can get on the wait list for that at the link down below for that free ebook with the items that you can sell on Facebook Marketplace. Kelly says, hey, Paul, I've been using Walmart as a supplier for Facebook Marketplace, and I'm noticing most of my items are becoming out of stock within a day of listing. Is there any way to deal with that? Yeah, so that's just part of the business with dropshipping. You are going to list up items, and they're going to go out of stock. Not all of them. I'm not sure why exactly you're seeing, you said most of your items. That means, a lot of them, most of them are becoming out of stock within a day. I've never seen that personally, unless it's around Christmas time and we're dealing with really hot, popular products around Christmas. But this time of the year, at the end of May, now I'm not sure why that's happening, but out of stock items are just a part of the game with drop shipping. We use software so that if those items on Walmart go out of stock, the software will recognize that, and those changes can be made on Facebook Marketplace. The item can be put out of stock so that you don't accidentally sell it. That's the only thing that I would suggest you really stay on top of, Kelly. Otherwise, why it's happening so much to you, I'm not sure. I've never seen that just randomly throughout the year unless it's Christmas. But just stay on top of it. Make sure that you're using the software so that you make sure you don't sell items that are out of stock. Nice. So hyped. I will buy your eBay course next week. But I have one question. Is it okay and worth it to use PayPal on eBay listings? Now, so way back in the day, way back in my day, and that was just like a few years ago, when you set up an eBay store, you had to have a PayPal account and you would get paid through PayPal. They were kind of like joined together, right? You would buy the item on eBay, but you wouldn't actually buy it. It would then send you to PayPal to actually pay for the item. That's done now. They don't do that anymore. Instead, all the information you would have given to PayPal, like all your banking information that they need, they need your social security number on PayPal. They need your social security number now on eBay because they're dealing with funds. So all that information you'll plug into eBay when you set it up. And then when someone buys the item from you on eBay, it all happens directly on eBay. They don't get sent over to PayPal or anything like that. So you don't need PayPal. You just have to set up an eBay account with all the information, including the banking information that they ask for. And, a lot of people were upset by that change. A lot of old timers, because they were really used to PayPal. I was hesitant because I was kind of like, if it's not broke, don't fix it. PayPal, eBay, the whole integration might not have been the best idea, but it worked. But now that things have kind of settled down, I think it's nicer. All in one, a lot more streamlined, a lot more straightforward, and just kind of easier to deal with. Yeah, look at that. You have to be 18 or older, Omar says. Brian, do you mean your Facebook Marketplace integration with shops? Is that what you're talking about? Hey, I'm here. So any questions you got, let me know what they are. So you said you need help. So what do I do on Facebook Marketplace if sales are slow, but everyone is clicking? So if people are actually looking at your item, but not buying it, there could be a few reasons for that. I would look primarily at the title and see if there's something deceptive in there. Because if the title is catching people's eyes enough so that they actually click on it, but then something in description says, oh, I'm not going to buy it, and something's not matching up there. That's one way you can do it. But usually what I do is I just list more items. I don't really worry about views. I worry about sales and just finding items that get sales. So if an item doesn't sell, I'll delete it. Sometimes we will re-add that item later, and then it will sell later because we did a different title or different description, or there's an updated description, I should say, or we use a new main image or something. I honestly don't focus on just like one item by one item kind of thing. Steve asked, quick question. How many items a day would you say a store that does well sells a day? And also, what does a store that sells a lot and does very well sells a day? That is a question I can't answer because we've seen accounts on eBay, on Facebook Marketplace with a lot of items that sell a lot of cheap items every day. I'm talking about like over 100 items a day, but they're cheap items. They're not making a ton of profit on those items. Obviously they make up for that in just the volume that they do and do really well with that. But I also see stores on both that have very low sales per day, but they're expensive items and do really well. So really what it comes down to is how much profit are you making per month? I wouldn't even look at per day or per week, like per month, because some days it'll be up and you'll make up for it on other days. So like how much are you making per month? That's what I would really be focused on, really, as opposed to how much you are selling. Because you also want to factor in your costs and things like that. Actually, I'm not sure exactly what you're talking about, but don't worry. Once you join the course, the eBay course will tell you everything that you need. So if you're worried about like how to fulfill orders, how to buy items for your customers, everything is covered in the course. So don't worry about that. Go through that first. And then if you have follow-up questions, ask them in the private forum that you get access to when you join the course or come over to one of the lives. Active Universe says, when starting out dropshipping, are there recommendations to work out taxes without being an LLC right away? Not 100% clear on what you're asking, but what most people do is when they're starting an online business, they will not form an LLC or a corporation or anything like that. They will just sell as themselves, as an individual. And that's it. And then if the business does well, they will then create an LLC. That is what I've done. That's what I did when I started. I started out selling as myself, Paul, and then I created an LLC later. So that's what most people do. And as far as the taxes go, I'm not 100% clear what you're asking, but I don't give tax advice because I really can't. But a lot of people think that forming an LLC, forming a corporation, is going to give them tax advantages. It can, but it might not. It really depends on your circumstances. Certainly an LLC in some regards does definitely give you tax advantages if you set it up in different ways, but that's something you got to work out with a CPA or an accountant or someone who really understands you, your finances, and your business. I don't have the shipping option. How do I get that? So that shipping option on Facebook Marketplace, again, it's only available in certain countries, not available in every country. USA has it. Other countries, they're rolling it out. I'm not sure when that's happening. That's the first thing you want to look at. Second thing is how old's your Facebook account. New accounts will not have the shipping option. Older accounts should have the shipping option. So if your account is just a few days, a few weeks old, a few months old, you might not have it, but older accounts should. Now, if you're in the United States and you have an older account and you don't have the shipping option, there might be another reason for that. If you've ever run Facebook ads, like let's say you had a Shopify store and you created Facebook ads for it, and your Facebook ads account got shut down. Facebook shut it down saying you violated their terms of service. It's very common because Facebook, they have these bots that will automatically shut down ad accounts for no reason, basically. So it does happen a lot. If that happens, then not only can you no longer run ads on Facebook, but you can no longer sell on Facebook Marketplace with the shipping option. So what you need to do is appeal the decision that was made to shut down your ads account. Once that's back up and running, then you'll have the shipping option, or should have the shipping option available to you as well. But that's usually the most common reasons why people don't have the shipping option. So if you're brand new, you're here in the United States, just use your Facebook account, which is how you sell on Facebook Marketplace anyway, and then you should be good to go. Or you can sell in Facebook shops where those kind of requirements aren't as important. Yeah, sure. Omar says, what about coffee tables to dropship on eBay and Facebook Marketplace? Yeah, man, I love furniture. Furniture are some great items to dropship anywhere. People love them. They're higher price, so the margins in there are better. You can make more profit on every sale. And people don't really understand how much they cost. It's not like electronics where people kind of have a good understanding of how much a certain electronic should cost. Tables, furniture, chairs, patio furniture, all that sort of stuff doesn't really have a set inherent price. It's like whatever people are willing to pay for it. Have I ever tried Walmart drop shipping? I have not. I've had plenty of friends who have done it and made an enormous amount of money with it a couple of years ago. And then Walmart shut it down hard, really fast, and it dried up overnight. So it really doesn't work anymore. The guy who was probably one of the best drop shippers on Walmart, his name is Tyler, and he's a good friend of mine. And he was crushing it and now tells me that Walmart drop shipping is dead. You might be able to get an account up and running, but it's just not going to be the same and just not worth it anymore. The biggest challenge with Walmart dropshipping, like dropshipping on Walmart is what we're talking about, is getting an account approved with Walmart. You are able to sell on Walmart as a company, even though you're not Walmart, just like you can sell on Amazon or eBay, but it's difficult to get those accounts approved. And that's really the challenge. And if they find out you're drop shipping, they shut down a lot of accounts overnight for it. Can I sell digital products on eBay? For example, ebooks, digital cards, is it legal? I know people sell some digital products on eBay. I don't know anything about it, so I can't really help you there. Please smash that thumbs up button and subscribe if you haven't already. Thank you. Abed says, I bought your eBay course a couple months ago, but can you talk on what are the best suppliers to dropship on eBay since they don't like retail dropshipping and they like wholesaling? Yeah, I mean, go through the course again because I cover that, exactly what suppliers you should use. And I have several lessons in there all about how to find wholesale suppliers. So really dig into those lessons and take action on them, because when it comes to wholesale suppliers, one of the kind of the homework that you have to do, the work that you have to do as a seller, you have to find a supplier. That's something that we can't do for you, because if I tell you wholesale suppliers to use, let me back up for a second. Let me explain it this way. When we use retail suppliers, so we use retail suppliers on Facebook Marketplace, we've used them on on eBay, we still kind of use them on eBay. Let's use Walmart, for example. Walmart to eBay, Walmart to Facebook Marketplace. I'm happy to openly share that I use Walmart as a supplier. Why? Well, because they're huge. They have so many items. So it doesn't really matter that I'm telling you that they're a great supplier, because there are such a huge diversity of items available that we don't have to step on each other, right? We can all be selling different items or similar items, or even some of the same. That's okay too. But wholesale suppliers, they usually have a much smaller a catalog of items. So if I tell you, hey, supplier XYZ is my top supplier, then everyone's going to rush in. They're all going to use that same supplier, thinking there's something super special about that supplier. And because they have a small catalog, now that supplier is going to be insanely saturated. It just doesn't work the way that it works on Walmart. So, or these other retailers. So it's really up to you to find the wholesale suppliers yourself. Do that work. It's not that hard. And that's what keeps other people away. Not everyone's going to be successful with dropshipping. And the sad reason why most people aren't successful is, well, first of all, they don't even get started. They don't even take the first step. They don't learn about it. They don't take a course. They don't even take the first step to get things set up. So that's the first problem. The second problem is, okay, they take the first step, but they never actually follow through. They never actually do the hard work. People want the easy way. The hard work here, and I say put hard in quotes because it's really not that difficult, is finding the suppliers, finding the wholesale suppliers. If you are willing to do that work, if you are willing to go out and do the research and reach out to them and get connected up with them and start using them as a supplier, that is the difficult thing that most people are just not going to do. They're going to maybe try one or two and then give up, or even not even try at all. So do it. Be one of the people who actually says, I'm going to keep working at this until I find a wholesale supplier that's a good one, because I know no one else is. And therefore, if I find them, I'm going to have a huge competitive advantage because no one else or very few other people are actually using that wholesale supplier. And that creates a huge opportunity for you. I wouldn't say I had sales drop a lot recently, but we are moving into the summer, which is the time of the year when sales typically do slow down. But I think this Sunday, I'm releasing a video called What to Sell in June. Every month, I release a video like this where I basically break down for you which items are going to do well that month, because we've either, mostly because of sales history in the past, where I look at what sold in June last year and the year before, and I kind of give you some tips for this June. So stay tuned for that video, and that hopefully give you some ideas of what items to sell and hopefully get those sales back up. But summer usually is a slower time of the year. What am I doing now and what are my future plans? I'm kind of just coasting, man, honestly. Last 2 years were just super, super busy. 2020 and 2021 were just super busy. I mean, first, we were selling on eBay and Amazon when the pandemic started. And obviously, things just took off during that time period. Super busy with that, and more students coming in who wanted to learn how to do that as well. So I was super busy like all around for 2020. And I was traveling full time. So it was an extremely busy time of the year. We were building up a second YouTube channel as well. Just a lot going on. 2021 didn't slow down at all. In fact, it was more busy, probably because we added in Facebook Marketplace to there as well and created the Facebook Marketplace course. So the 2020 and 2021 were just stellar years, but super busy. And I closed out 2021 with crypto, kind of doing a ton of research on that, going heavy into that, talked about that in this channel as well. So that was a lot for 2 years, honestly. It was a lot. And so this year, just kind of taking everything and just, I go through these kind of periods where I build up a bunch of stuff, which I certainly did the past 2 years. And then I need a little break. And I kind of just let things kind of coast and continue. Like all the stuff I built up, let's just let it work now and run. And I can kind of slow down a little bit in what I'm doing. And particularly in the summer, I think it's a great time to do this. I love being outside. And so I spend as much time outside as I can, cycling, going for hikes, what else do I like to do outside? Yeah, what other was I going to say? Well, yeah, hiking and cycling are the two main things. Traveling, going on my one wheel, that's what I was going to say. So those are all things like great summer activities. I can kind of relax during the summer. And then usually during the winter, I start to get some new ideas. I already have some things kind of playing around in my head with Amazon, what I'm going to do next with Amazon. But we'll kind of wait till winter for that so I can kind of enjoy the summer since things are kind of slowing down anyway. Can you talk about your perspective on stocks? Yeah, I'd be happy to. So The stock market is obviously a place where you can make a lot of money. You can also lose a lot of money in there as well. My main approach to the stock market is I mostly invest in index funds. So I have an account with Vanguard. You can have Charles Schwab. You can have Fidelity, TD America. And with all these, you can buy these index funds, which are basically they follow an index. So instead of buying just Amazon or just Tesla, I can buy an S&P 500 fund, which mirrors the price of the overall S&P 500. Or I can buy a total stock market index fund, which follows the overall price of the entire stock market. So if I was just invested in Amazon, let's say, then a month ago when Amazon stock tanked, I would have lost a lot of money. But because I'm mostly invested in these index funds, even though they did go down, it's definitely gone down, it's not gone down as much as people who have invested in these individual funds. On the flip side, that means those people have more earning potential, right? If I put $1,000 into this index fund 5 years ago, or I put $1,000 into Tesla, I would have had a lot more money had I invested in Tesla, of course, but there's enormous risk there. The index funds kind of spread out the risk by investing in more stocks, a group of stocks, right? That is primarily how I invest. That's how I have most of my retirement accounts and even my brokerage accounts, which are not retirement tax advantage accounts. But I do some individual stocks, not a lot. But right now I'm looking because prices are way down on stocks. There's been a huge crash, as you know, and I think there are some. This is not financial advice. Like I said, I don't normally invest in stocks, so I don't have a firm understanding of this. But there are some stocks now that I think are way undervalued. I even though Amazon, there was reasons their stock went down, I still think that they are way undervalued, and the prices right now are super low. And I think it's the lowest since basically the start of the pandemic. So I'm looking at that. Google is down pretty low. Shopify stock is down very much. And Disney's down, which I've always liked Disney. So I think I'll be looking at that. Netflix is another one I've been looking at. I know there's reasons Netflix stock went down, but I still feel like they're undervalued. But those are the kind of ones I'm looking at to potentially invest in the next few weeks or coming months, while everything's down, and just kind of hold out. But I'm also a buy and hold investor, so I buy these stocks and I don't sell. I've never sold a stock ever. I've only purchased, or these index funds, I've only purchased them and hold on to them for years and years and years, decades, until I'm ready to use it. How are Dan Holling's Cryptobots doing? Worth it? How long to make the investment back? Yeah, so this is what I shared. This is what I started with crypto at the end of 2021. I started doing this. I'd been investing in crypto for a couple of years, trying different things, but I learned about this system using Cryptobots, and I went in pretty much put all my crypto into it since the end of 2021, since I found out about it. So the Cryptobots, they basically day trade crypto for you. And what it takes advantage of is the up and down movement of the market. So as Bitcoin goes up, or any coin that you have in these bots, as it goes down, it will buy a little bit. As it goes up, it will sell a little bit. Just a little bit. You'll make a few cents profit, a 50 cents profit, but it does it hundreds of times a day. So that's how it adds up. And it definitely works in that regard. The bot, as it wiggles, as the market goes up and down, it will do those trades, and the bot will only make you money. You can still lose money on paper as the market goes down. So let's say you invested $1,000 into crypto in January. As it went like this, you'd be making money. As the price of crypto goes up, you'd be making money on top of that as the value of those coins go up. But then if the market goes down, the value of the Bitcoin you have would go down as well. So the value right now is down. But again, I'm not selling rather. I'm waiting for it to go back up before I would eventually sell one day. But I'm a buy and hold kind of investor. Please subscribe, folks. You got this 90,000 subs soon. Yeah, I know we're pretty close to that. I mean, I guess for this year, that would be super sweet to get there. But you know what? The number of subscribers has never really been what this has been about for me. It has always just been about the content I can make for you guys. So yeah, we're at like 80, basically 89,000. So we're pretty close. And then probably hit 100 soon after. Doing well. You mean my course? Does my course have a money back guarantee? Yeah, my course has all my courses have a 30-day, no questions asked money back guarantee. So you can join my eBay course. You can join my Facebook Marketplace dropshipping course. And if you're unhappy with it, ask for a refund within 30 days. Just, ask within 30 days and you'll get your money back. No questions asked. The business credit cards, there are some pretty sweet ones that are probably worth it. I would have to agree with you on that. So like I use the Capital One Spark cards, 2% flat cash back, no cap on those. Excellent card. Yeah, I mean, we make a lot of cash back. So I would have to agree with you. Amex cards as well are really popular. People love their Amex cards. Yeah, you could. So I have a limit, Sake says, on my bank account that prevents me from spending more than $100 per day on online purchases. So can I use a PayPal account for drop shipping? You can if you get a PayPal debit card and then just use that debit card as a credit card. So that is the way that you would want to get around that. But that would be an option. Okay. Well, you can use it to buy stuff, is what he's saying with PayPal. So in other words, he would move the money to his PayPal account and then use a PayPal debit card, basically, as a credit card. And I think with that one, you get, what is a PayPal debit card? 1% back, 1% cash back, or 1.5% cash back? I'm not sure what it is. You get it after. So the money in all these marketplaces that's not available to immediately after the sale happens. So you will need a credit card to fulfill the orders. And then once the order is fulfilled, usually get the money after that. You can pay off the credit card and then keep the rest as profit. All right. Always, hey, what's up? Thanks for the £5 pounds? £5 super chat from Road Runner Bargains. Hey, Paul, you dropshipping legend. Appreciate it, man. Not even a question. I appreciate the love. Thank you. Amazon to eBay dropshipping. I don't do it. I don't suggest you do it. eBay doesn't like it. People have been penalized for it by eBay in the past. And then Amazon doesn't really like it anymore either. Are there ways around it? Yes, you can do it. But I think it's more work than you have to do. There are so many good suppliers, especially on eBay. Like, go after the wholesale suppliers. Like, do that work. It is worth it to find good wholesale suppliers. And if you're going to do retail, you can use like Walmart and Home Depot and plenty of other retailers without dealing with these headaches of Amazon to eBay. But there are still ways around it. Yeah, the live is always available here on YouTube. So just come back and you'll be able to see it right here. My pleasure, man. Are you still doing Amazon dropshipping? If you quit, tell us why. I do not dropship on Amazon at the moment. I have a whole video on why I quit Amazon dropshipping on Amazon. To sum it up, this was at the end of 2021. I think it was about fall of 2021. And there was really two reasons I quit. One was because Amazon just didn't like it after a while. Amazon was slowly starting to crack down on people who were dropshipping on Amazon. So it made it more difficult. And I was just getting burnt out. Like I said, 2020 and 2021 were super busy years. And by the end of it, I knew I wanted to try new stuff, but I didn't have the capacity for it, the room for it. So I knew I had to eliminate something. And dropshipping on Amazon just was the biggest headache at the time. So I dropped that. And that's basically it. Yes, I only use United States, USA-based companies to do dropshipping on eBay. I don't dropship from suppliers that are based overseas, like from countries in China. I know a lot of people do that, and I know that's kind of the traditional way that most people think about dropshipping. But it is a colossal pain for me because the items take a long time to get to their customers. And if you're using some of these websites like AliExpress, sometimes the quality of these items isn't up to snuff, right? People get them, they're not happy with them, and you don't really have a chance to kind of do product, what's the word I'm looking for? Product, approval of that item in terms of the quality assurance of it. So I don't like doing it, mostly because of the shipping times. I like using US-based suppliers who are able to get items to my customers quickly. What would you recommend to sell for your first product on eBay? Something cheap, man. Sell something cheap, because like an inexpensive item. If you sell an inexpensive item, list only those ones, there's a greater chance those items will sell. And what you want to do as a new seller is really just get the ball rolling. You really just want to start selling items, start getting the ball rolling so that eBay sees that you are a successful seller. You're able to sell items, you're able to fulfill orders, you're able to do customer service. And once they see that, they're going to send you more sales. They're going to increase your limits. Those are all things that you want as a beginner. I wouldn't even concentrate so much like, okay, you make $5 profit on one item. That's awesome, but that's just $5, right? And if that took you 3 months to get, meanwhile, you could have sold maybe 24 items and then gotten higher limits, and now you can list even more expensive items. So you really want to play this game smart and not just concentrate on the short-term kind of win there of making us a profit that really doesn't grow your business. Hey bro, tell us about product hunting. I have plenty of videos here on YouTube. I'm not going to get into specifically how to do product research, but down in the description of this video, check out the free eBay dropshipping webinar. That's a replay of a webinar I did recently, and I go over product research in there. So you might want to check that out because it really goes in depth. Facebook Marketplace dropshipping is definitely not dead. Do you make much with these YouTube videos? I don't. I don't know the exact numbers. It goes up and down every single month depending on how many views my videos are getting. But it's not much for the amount of time I put in and money. I have an editor that I've paid for. I've bought a bunch of equipment to make the videos. And so when you add all that up, it's like not much that I make. I usually invest most of it back into the channel. Should we use our personal eBay account or create a new one just for dropshipping? If you have an existing eBay account that you don't use for anything else, I would definitely use that one for your dropshipping business. You'll probably have higher limits. It's more established. Less things will probably go wrong with it. So I would definitely use an existing account if you're not using it for anything else. I don't know what a ping pong bank is. I don't know what that is. Why can't I use Amazon dropshipping on eBay. eBay doesn't like it. I mean, you can do it. Plenty of people are. But eBay has penalized people for it in the past by lowering their items in the search results. It doesn't seem like they're doing that at the moment and haven't for some time. But maybe I'm not actually sure how long it's been. At least a half a year. But to me, they've done it before in the past. They could do it in the future. It's just not worth it for me to deal with that headache. I'm great, man. Thanks. What are the best products to dropship from Amazon to eBay? Hey, do product research here, man. I mean, that will reveal it for you. So I made a video recently about how to use Zeek Analytics and their new features. Zeek Analytics is specifically designed to help dropshippers find products to dropship on eBay. And if you are doing Amazon to eBay, it works really well with that. So check out that video because I specifically go over how to dropship Amazon to eBay, and it will show you exactly how to do that. All right, answered that one. Okay. Let's see. I think I've answered these. For eBay, do you think it's best to start with a paid store instead of a free account? I do. I mean, you could set everything up under the free account, and then once you start to get sales, I would quickly jump into a basic store. The starters, so when you start selling on eBay, you have a free account, which you should use. That free account comes with certain benefits, like you get a certain number of free listings every month. But then after that, you can start paying for a subscription on eBay. They have different subscription levels. They call them store subscriptions. And the very basic one is called Starter. It is pretty much worthless. Don't do it. You should go right for the basic one. So the basic is the one that you should go for. Yeah, I would use the one that you already have with eBay. That's the way you should do it. Who makes drinking sounds gets a dislike. I guess that's where my dislike came from. Where do I see eBay dropshipping in the next 5 years? We'll close it out with this one. Yeah, so eBay dropshipping has been around for a long time. And despite all the sort of hurdles and roadblocks we've encountered with eBay dropshipping, from difficulties with eBay and difficulties with other suppliers, it has continued to exist. And people have continued to do well with it. So I think one way or another in the next 5 years, eBay dropshipping will continue. eBay is a very slow business to adapt and innovate. So I honestly don't see in the next 5 years eBay going through any sort of major changes at all, to be honest. So I think in 5 years, eBay dropshipping is going to look very similar to what it is right now. There's still going to be plenty of people doing retail dropshipping, but I think we're going to see, the only thing I could really think that's going to be a bigger change is we're going to see more people doing wholesale dropshipping. That's why I think it's critically important to get in now, build those relationships with wholesale suppliers now. Sometimes those relationships can be exclusive, and you'll be able to start using them and no one else will be allowed to. So I think it's a huge opportunity to kind of jump in with wholesale dropshipping now. But otherwise, it's going to be very, very similar in the future. But hey, I could be wrong about that. All right, guys, so that is it for this week. Thanks so much for your questions. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to give it a big thumbs up. Videos drop every single Sunday, so make sure to subscribe to the channel. When we hit 100,000, I know we're still a little ways off, there's going to be some sort of huge giveaway that I do. I don't know what I'm going to give away. Some awesome stuff, multiple prizes. You got to be subscribed for that. So make sure to subscribe, tell your friends to subscribe, tell your family to subscribe. We'll get to 100,000 and we'll do this giant giveaway for everyone. I'm going to think of some really cool prizes. We'll think of something. Anyway, guys, thanks so much for hanging out. Thanks for the great questions. And I'll see you in 2 weeks because I'm not going to be here next week. Bye for now.